It's your girl Mel. I'm coming to you live this evening from my house right outside St. Louis, Missouri. Happy Monday. I hope you guys are having a great start to your week. Hold on a second. Peanut butter. I'm getting to the end of my peanut butter. So anyways, welcome to day 9. Day 9? Day 8? Day 9? I think we're day 9. We're gonna make some cookies tonight. It's kind of late, which is okay, but we've had a really busy day. So, as you guys are popping on, don't forget to say hey, say hi. If you're catching me on the live, that means you can see the live button right there. Drop a 1 if you're catching me on the replay, do hashtag replay. If you're new to following me, put new. So we're getting close to the end of our 12 days of Christmas cooking series. So for those of you who are new to following me, my name's Mel. I follow Lazy Keto. Lazy Keto is all about eliminating versus tracking. And so this 12 days of Christmas cooking series is all recipes that are Lazy Keto, sweet treats, and like party dips that will help you stay on plan this holiday season, whether it's Christmas, whether it's for New Year's, any of that. So we've made a lot of amazing recipes. I'm really excited about tomorrow. I'm making these cookies. I'm really happy that the recipe is kind of simple because it doesn't make a lot. We have a lot of food. So I was like, oh, I just don't really want to make a lot more right now because I don't want to start wasting a whole bunch, but this is a really small recipe, and so it's gonna be good. So let's see. Also, I want to know what has been your favorite recipe so far. Tomorrow we're doing the Nashville hot chicken dip. I'm so excited. We're gonna have that for lunch tomorrow, and I'm really excited about it. I've never made it, but it looks really good, and I have all the ingredients for it, so it's gonna be amazing. But I want to know what your favorite recipe is. Also, just a side note, not only are we doing 12 recipes, but I'm also doing 12 days of giveaways. And so real fast, for basically like every comment that you put on this video, it puts you into an entry for a drawing. And so you get multiple entries for multiple comments, and then if you share my video out to like your friends or your family, you get 5 additional entries into the drawing. And I'm doing just a fun little like holiday inspired giveaway every single day, and then at the end we're gonna do a $50 Amazon gift card. So that's what we got going on. So don't forget to comment, share me out. This is a very, very simple recipe. I have tried a lot of cookie recipes over the last 3 years. So I've been Lazy Keto for the last 3 years. I've tried a lot of cookie recipes, and so I shared, well, I haven't made them yet, but my chocolate chip cookies are coming, and then this peanut butter cookie recipe is really simple. It's tasty, it does the job, and it's minimal ingredients. So that's what I like. I like minimal ingredients, but if you guys are new, Lazy Keto is all about eliminating versus tracking. So basically just tell me what I can and cannot eat, right? Like that's how we do things. We don't track macros, we don't count calories, we don't worry about being in a calorie deficit, any of that. We literally just focus on like, don't eat these foods and focus on these foods. And so that's what's really worked for me over 3 years, well, 3.5 years, and I love it. So that's what we got. So I want to know also, like, are you guys lazy keto, strict keto, wannabe keto, or like you're just living your best life and you just want to pop on and see what recipes I have to make today? I always like to know. So what we're doing right now is we're just trying to get a cup of 0 sugar peanut butter. So I've almost got this emptied out. So we're just putting this in a bowl. So 1 cup of peanut butter. This is the stuff that I found. My favorite peanut butter is not available anywhere right now. The supply and demand is a real thing. We, I think, have bought out all of the peanut butter because we love it. So I think we're good though. So this is a cup of peanut butter. I'm not gonna lick this. I'm actually really full right now. So I'm not really hungry, but we're gonna make these cookies because that's what we do, right? So a lot of you guys are low carb, lazy keto like me. That's awesome. So in this bowl, we've got our peanut butter, okay? We're gonna add 1 egg. And a paper towel. We're making peanut butter cookies. Very simple peanut butter cookies. Okay, so I wanna ask you guys, we can either use regular granulated sugar or powdered sugar. So for this batch, which sugar can we use? It's literally either or. So just put regular sugar or powdered sugar, and whichever one has the most votes, that's what I'm gonna use, okay? So powdered sugar or regular sugar, and then we're gonna add a teaspoon of vanilla. Oh, there it is. I think there are thousands of peeps on Lazy Keto. We all love Lazy Keto. It's the best. So we're gonna do 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Powdered, regular, powder, regular. I'll wait for a few more votes. Yeah, it's 0 sugar Jif. It's literally available everywhere. Regular. Okay. Looks like we're gonna do regular. I do swerve, right? So you can do monk fruit. You guys have seen me make that. Lancanto. I just buy kind of whatever's available and cheaper. All right. So we're gonna do half a cup of this as well, and then that's it, you guys. Peanut butter, sugar, egg, and vanilla. There's been a couple of powdered votes, but most of them are regular. So then we're just gonna take this and we're gonna mix it all up together. I tried to be strict keto and lost right at 50. I felt great and quickly fell off the wagon when stress hit. So the thing that you have to remember with any kind of wellness journey is there's gonna be highs and lows, okay? So I've had a lot of people message me this week and they're like, oh, can I have this? Can I have that? Will I be okay eating this? And like, my answer to that is it really just depends on where you are on your journey, right? So if you're mental about the scale, which go check out my live yesterday, we talked about the scale. Like, if you're really mental about like the results that you're having, don't cheat, okay? But if you're making this a wellness journey and you're just trying to get through the holiday season right now, and you know, you're making really good choices, like you're drinking a lot of water, you're getting movement in, you're following like intermittent fasting, you're supplementing like I do with ketones, you know, sometimes it's okay to like go off the food plan a little bit, just as long as you have a plan to get back on, right? So we just did 75 hard. We ended that the first weekend of December with the intentions of starting it again at the beginning of January. So like right now, our food isn't necessarily on point. We're kind of enjoying ourselves. We're having food that doesn't necessarily fall in the Lazy Keto wheelhouse, but we know that we're going to be getting back on plan and we can literally make that shift without problems, okay? So if Dee tomorrow was like, we're starting tomorrow and we're gonna go all in, we would do it. We would be able to transition right back into lifestyle. But that's taken 3.5 years of us really navigating through that. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. And so if you're somebody who's really mental about the progress that you think you should or should not be having while on the journey, then I would not cheat. Also, if you're not somebody who can like pivot right back into smart choices after cheating for a little while, you probably aren't ready to cheat. So that's kind of my opinion on that. That's kind of how I feel with like keto bread and low carb tortillas and like 0 sugar candies, right? Even though they're labeled keto, they're still falling under the bread, pasta, processed foods, and sugar category that we should be eliminating. So when you're lazy keto, it's mostly about protein, veggies, fruits, and fats. And so like, even though it's labeled keto bread, or even though the low carb tortillas fall into a lower carb macro, you still want to avoid them. So let me know if that makes sense or if you guys have any questions. So the peanut butter cookies, mix really well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop spoonfuls onto our cookie sheet. I need to get new cookie sheets. That's something that I probably should have asked for Christmas. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to drop, it's like really moist. I hate that word. but the dough is really moist. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I think this is gonna make like 8 cookies. So the oven has already been preheated to 350 degrees. I'm not gonna stay on the whole time while the cookies are baking, but I'm gonna tell you guys what I'm gonna do with them when we're done. So it actually is gonna make 6 pretty decent sized cookies. That's perfect, okay? So I'm just gonna kind of shape them into a ball, like so. I'm gonna take a little bit from there and make this one a little bit bigger. I just wanna make sure they're all kind of like the same size. Okay, so then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a fork, okay, and we're just gonna like kind of smash them down and crisscross. Do you guys remember doing this when you were a kid? Or maybe if you like bake a lot of cookies now, this is like a thing, right? So we're just gonna crisscross the cookies like this. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of sugar. I'm gonna pour it in just my little measuring cup. And then I'm just gonna kind of like sprinkle some sugar right on top of the cookies, like so. Okay, and then these are gonna go in the oven for about 12 to 15 minutes. I'm tired, you guys. Look at the circles under my eyes. It's been a long, like, last week was a long week and it was a long day today. We have one more long day and then it's Christmas break with the kids. We only have one more night of basketball games for a while, for the rest of the week. We're supposed to get a bunch of snow on Thursday, so we're gonna just be like laying around in our jammies and snoozing and watching movies and stuff like that. But here's what the cookies look like. So this is a really good recipe because it doesn't make a ton of cookies. Okay, I'm gonna put these in the oven really fast and I'm gonna come right back and talk to you guys about what I'm gonna do next. Okay. So here's a question for you guys, okay? It says to cook them or bake them in the oven for 12 to 15 minutes. So when a recipe says that, 12 to 15 minutes, how long would you put them in the oven for? 12, 13, 14, or 15 minutes? I like to know what you guys would do. And then I'll tell you what I did. Sugar or sweetener? Is that a question? Gloria, let me know if that's a question. I don't know if that's a statement or a question. So the options was to use granular swerve or confectioner, which is powdered. Okay, so after the cookies are done, you can leave them as peanut butter cookies, or you can take some sugar-free chocolate chips. So these Lily's are the ones that I like the best. Mix it with a little bit of coconut oil, microwave it to melt down the chocolate, and then you can drizzle the chocolate over the peanut butter cookies or dip like half of it into the chocolate mixture so that half of it's covered in chocolate. Isn't that amazing? So if you guys, okay, so you guys are letting me know, a lot of you guys are the same. Would you dip the chocolate, like the cookies in the chocolate, or would you drizzle the chocolate on top? I don't know what's wrong with the dog. He got something in his nose. Did you guys hear that? I think he was sniffing too hard on the ground. Anyways, so I was just about to say put some chocolate chips on top. Oh, that's a really good idea, to put chocolate chips on top. So you could also do that. That's another option. So you can put chocolate chips on top. You can dip half of it in chocolate, or you can drizzle chocolate over the top. Dip, drizzle, drizzle, dip. So that's like the last step. So 12 to 15 minutes. I put them in for 13. That's what I did. So I'll check it at 13 and then I'll decide if I want to leave them in for another minute or two or take them out, because I know that they'll cook a little bit more on the cookie sheet as well. And then I'm probably going to drizzle, or I might just place some chocolate chips on top. That's probably what I'll do. That's a really good idea. I didn't even think about that. So anyways, that is the peanut butter cookies that is in the 12 Days of Christmas cookbook, digital cookbook. So has everybody gotten their free copy? It's a free digital copy. If you're having problems printing it, The VIPs have figured out that if you just email it to yourself, like it's a setting on your end. So a lot of people have been able to print it. So it's not the way that it's been sent. But if you're having issues printing it, email it to yourself and try to print it through your email. Okay. So, that's what this is. So all the recipes are in here. There's a table of contents. So it tells you everything that's in it. It's equal sweet and savory. So, that's the cookbook. If you have not gotten it, put cookbook in the comments and we'll get it sent to you. If you are not friends with me, you have to send me a friend request and message me cookbook. I'm not able to send the first message to people. It's a Facebook restriction right now. So if we haven't connected yet, send me a friend request and a message. There's a whole bunch of people in my spam folder. We're working through it, you guys. We're working through sending it to you guys. But it's coming and that's what we got. So tomorrow we're going to do the Nashville hot chicken dip. I'm so excited about that. And then we have sugar cookie truffles left and chocolate chip cookies and turtles. We actually have 3 sweet things left. So that's what we're going to be working on this week. I love it. It's amazing. I'm really having a whole lot of fun with this series. So hopefully you guys are as well. If you guys need anything, let me know. So emailing it to myself hasn't worked either. It only wants to print the first page. So I'm not really sure how to fix that. Like if it was an everybody problem, then it would be on my end. But it's not an everybody problem, which means it's some kind of printer setting. And I wish that I could help, but IT is not my forte. So I'm not really sure what to do with that. So if you guys had to troubleshoot how to print it, like Kim just said, I copied and pasted it to a Word document and then printed it that way. So if you had to troubleshoot it some way to get it printed, put that in the comments as well. I'm not really sure because some people are able to print it. So I don't know. But that's what I've got for you guys. My recommendation is screenshot each recipe and send it to yourself that way. Yeah. So definitely take some of the suggestions that the VIPs are going to put in the comments for you guys. And hopefully that works for you. Sorry, I'm not much more of a help, but it's, yeah, that's what I got. I don't know. I'm speechless when it comes to that. So anyways, I'm going to jump off of here, but the cookies are baking. I've already made them before. I've even made them like before the 12 Days of Christmas Cooking series, just a general cookie. So I know that they're amazing. The chocolate thing is going to be awesome. I really do think I'm just going to put some chocolate chips on top and call it a day because I think that's going to be the easiest for us. This recipe made 6 decent sized cookies. So, you know, depending on how big or how small you want them, that's going to determine how many you get, but it's really great to just make a small amount of cookies so that you don't overindulge or go too crazy on it. So that's what I got. I hope you guys have a great night. Tomorrow the dip will be for lunch, so be looking for me around lunchtime. I'm in Central Standard Time. So that's what we got. I hope you guys have a great night and I'll talk to you later. Bye.